Oh, it's not on Twitch. That's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. All right. Always technical difficulties.
Y'all probably thinking,
welcome to another Woods Report.
What platform are they using? They need to use something else.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't turn the switch on, but if I would have did that, then you would have had to go do everything again.
Oh.
That's why it only showed YouTube. All right. So today is our Friday show.
Woods Report and
Friends.
We waiting on Wendy.
So let's see if we can
bring her in.
Let's see if we can bring Wendy in. All right, here we go.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's always something. Always something. Okay, she not here. You're not here, Wendy, so can't bring you in.
Wasn't that a picture of her?
No, Lenore.
Okay, I can't see.
Put on your glasses, Lord Jesus.
Put your glasses.
Okay, so our main story today, Keke Palmer. You don't know what's going on, do you?
Just the highlight. What do you call it? The headline.
No, I mean you haven't been watching to see what's going on.
Mm-mm.
Backstory a little bit, if you can remember, because I don't know if you remember her boyfriend.
Well, remember the jealousy that when she was
the Usher thing,
dressed in a certain way.
Okay, so you remember the Usher thing?
She's a little jealous-hearted.
Yes, you remember the Usher thing.
Yeah,
she went to the Usher concert. Those of you who don't know, Keke Palmer. She went to the Usher concert, and according to him, she was wearing something that was a little too revealing. It was pretty. It was okay. She just had her butt. She had a thong on, so that's what she turned around. You see her thong, her butt.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, she was covered up. It wasn't like she was all out and all that stuff. But it was a debate on social media. Men were debating and saying that a man should be able to tell his woman, I don't like what you wearing, and then women, my body, my choice. It was all back and forth. Mm-hmm. And we both agreed that a guy should have the right to say, I don't like that. That's a little too revealing. Mm-hmm. And you know the type of man you have. So if you have a guy that don't care, because we talked about Russell Wilson not caring, he's with Sierra. So if you got a guy who don't care, then
and I'm wondering why they don't.
They probably don't care, Lenore.
I'm wondering why they don't care if their woman on their arms are almost half naked.
Because they don't probably see nudity that way. Probably. With the way we see it, they don't probably see it like that. Okay. People different. Everybody different.
Plus they trust you too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And you know how I am. I'm a big girl, but I act like I'm size 10.
That's in your own home. That's another thing.
My mom said you sure do.
That's in your home. If you're out in public, it's different.
But if it was socially acceptable,
like that. What's that comment? That line in the song? What's his name? Song Ludacris, with a freak in the bed and a wife at home.
Okay,
a wife in the street or something, and a freak in the bed.
A wife at home.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, well, anyway, that's how they. So she knew she had a guy that's like that. Right? Mm-hmm. So people were saying he has the right to say something. And that was what the big argument was. Well, right then and there, I felt like he was wrong for the way he did it. Remember I said that?
He posted something, didn't he?
I said he was wrong. Let me just do this one till Wendy come in. I said he was wrong because I felt like he needed to say that to her offline.
Right.
And that he was embarrassing her.
Not to use social media to do that.
Why are you telling her you don't like what she wearing and along the lines of a mom wouldn't wear something like that?
Don't air your dirty laundry out loud.
So I knew it was something wrong with him then. I didn't like him then.
Okay.
Because I said a real man covers his wife and loves his wife. He wouldn't embarrass her like that in front of everybody.
Right.
So I felt like something was wrong with him then. And I had a side eye on him then.
Are they married?
Well, baby mama.
Okay.
So I had a side eye on him then and was watching him ever since. Well, we didn't know. Allegedly, he's been beating her the whole time. They've been together. He's an abuser.
She's saying this
now? You move this. Allegedly.
Though this was up. That's why I did
he's an abuser.
She's just been quiet about it. That's not good, though.
A lot of women Don't say anything. Oh, Wendy, you here? Let's see.
That's not good.
I don't know. We don't see you in the room. Are you in the room? You see us? Oh, you know what? I'm so stupid. Mm-hmm. I forgot to do this again. Why do I always forget that? Look at my mom laughing.
She a moron, Ma.
A moron. I call everybody else a moron, and I'm a moron. The good thing about it is I admit when I'm a moron. Some people don't. They go their whole lives dumb, and they don't even know that they stupid. But she not in the notifications.
I've been a moron all this time, and I didn't know.
You might have to go out and go back in, Wendy. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. All right. God, why am I like this? Why am I a moron?
I don't know. We get those Susie sausage head moments.
I think they're giving her another link.
You think?
Yeah.
It's not always you.
Generate a new.
I don't see you, Wendy.
It's the people sometimes.
You want to generate a new link?
Here, do this. I don't see her. You see her? Oh, here she is. Now she's here. Now you here. Now I see you. She wasn't here before. Now we see you. All right, there you are.
Hey, lady.
We didn't see you before. So I wasn't a moron. Hey, I wasn't a moron. She wasn't there, was she?
No, but what happened?
I don't know. But you're there now, so that's what matters.
I learned that when you get a commercial, I get knocked out.
Oh, so when the commercials come on, it knocks you out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Man, that's weird.
All right. Well, we know now.
Hi, Lenore.
Hey, lady.
Spread it open.
Hey, Kim. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey, Mom.
She said, good to hear from you. She said, hey.
She said, good to hear from you.
Okay. That's look good. Oh, that's right. Okay. Never mind. It's just so much black spots.
What does it matter?
For me, for design purposes, I don't like that. But go ahead, because we are covering her face.
This girl. Now I can't. Okay, hold on, y'all. She messed me up.
There we go.
All right, Wendy. We was talking about Keke Palmer. Have you been following the story with her no good boyfriend?
I heard he had been whipping her backside.
Thank you. For the whole 2 years.
Really?
But he seemed when she did that party with Usher in Las Vegas, and she had on that real skimpy outfit, and she looked so sexy, he couldn't deal with it. A lot of men can't deal with having an entertainer for a wife, and vice versa.
That's what
Some people can't handle it.
Yep.
It takes a special person.
Yep.
When your boyfriend sees you with your tongue down somebody's mouth, it takes a special person. I've been there.
Yep. So that's what I said. He shouldn't have been probably with her from the very beginning. Because he has an issue with that whole lifestyle.
Did she kick him out? Did she get rid of him?
Well, she did a restraining order.
Wow.
It says
Good
here.
For her. Good, Keke. Thumbs up.
Yep. It says Keke Palmer is requesting a sole custody of their 8-month-old son, Leotis. She called him Leo, whom she shares with Darius Jackson, after alleging the child's father has been physically abusive on multiple occasions. On Thursday, she filed a request for a domestic violence restraining order in Los Angeles, according to the documents that a lot of people been showing the documents. Basically, she said that that's a couple of things he did. She said that this last time she was in the house, I'm just paraphrasing because I'm not going to read documents. She was in the house and they don't live together. And she was in her room on the phone with her mom in the bedroom. Her son wasn't there. He was with her sister. Her sister had picked him up earlier and taken him to see family members and stuff. Mm-hmm. So Darius came there looking for his son. And she said he bust through the door, the bedroom door, and he said, I've heard all I needed, which leads me to believe she probably was talking about him on the phone with her mom. For him to say, I've heard all I need to hear. right?
Yeah.
So she said he didn't have any keys. He would trespass. I didn't open the door and let him in. He came in. So she said he got mad and they started arguing. And she said they went down the stairs. She said he sat down. She said she moved away because she wanted to put some furniture between the two. Apparently because he's been abusive in the past, allegedly. So she knows how he could get. It didn't work. She said he stood up, got in her face, started yelling at her, he grabbed her by her throat and slammed her down on the couch.
Sounds like he's bipolar.
Now, here's the problem. And he was like, I want my son. Here's the problem with this nut job. She has surveillance cameras. It's all on camera.
Oh, so it's video of him doing this.
In her paperwork, she says it's all on camera. And here's some still shots for the record. If you go, y'all can look up. I'm not going to show them here.
Public record.
To the camera. She probably played to the camera because he wouldn't know it, and she knows how to do that.
Well, he's done it more than once. And he may not know she has surveillance cameras. I wouldn't tell him if he's abusive. I wouldn't tell him I got cameras in my house.
He knows the cameras are there, so she could play to that camera, especially if he doesn't know they're there.
Right.
She can make sure they see whatever it is she wants them to see.
Well, I would too.
She's been through a lot because in her childhood, she was molested by her female cousin.
Oh. She spoke about this? Or is this alleged?
Yes. No, it came out of her mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It came out of her mouth.
Let
me tell you what he finished doing. So he slammed her down on the couch, and she shows still shots of it. Again, you could go on the internet and see it. It's everywhere. You can actually see him doing it on the still shots of everything she's saying in the paperwork.
So she waited now to do this.
Well, this is the reason why she said because of Leo and her mom and them said, you need to do this. He doesn't need to grow up seeing his father abuse his mom allegedly.
Right. And that's if she even lives, because he can
slam her down one time and she may not get back up.
Come up.
So another time she said he slammed her down on the stairs, and she said she got that on video too. And then another time, it was several times, all in her paperwork, that she was saying he was verbally abusive and physically abusive. So she said this was her moment where she said, I have to stop. I have to get away from him, and I have to file a restraining order. So she's filing a restraining order, and she's also filing for full custody because she says that he's been, she's seen him, we don't know, allegedly, being a little rough-aided with her son, and she don't like that because she feel like that's kind of going on the abusive side too.
Remember that scene in The Color Purple where her husband took the baby, hung it out the window, and then dropped it?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful because that could transfer over to the boy when he's able to talk and say, no. He could snatch him up. No, she's doing the right thing. Absolutely.
Well, this one, everybody got on it because her mom was on the phone. One of her sisters was upstairs, and she started running down the stairs because Keke was screaming. Then they got him to leave because they said they was calling the police. So he grabbed her phone, she said. And so she said wanted to stop him because she didn't want him to take her phone. So she said she started to try to block him from driving off, and he almost hit her. By that time, the police came. He said he didn't have her phone. He threw it he always throwing stuff.
Right.
He threw it in the bushes, and the driveway. Another incident, he threw some of her keys, car keys in the bushes. He's a thrower. He's a thrower. He likes throwing stuff.
We don't want him
throwing. He's an immature. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid with an emotional problem.
But they
should have made him find those things.
It's so sad though that they've been together for about 2 years that I was telling Kim that
in a toxic relationship.
That's what I'm saying. And then she's in. I'm not. This is my
I know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
She's because she's in the entertainment field and she knows a lot of people. I was hoping that she would have caught this before she had his baby. Like if you would have seen the signs, if he was abusive and laid hands on her before she got pregnant, it would have been wiser to get out of it. But of course, the baby, is here now and she's loving it and whatever. I mean, it's not about being
Right,
too
right.
late. I'm just saying, was this happening? Did she?
No, she said it wasn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because her baby's
Yeah.
not 2.
Yeah.
So that means that
He
he was
could have
abusive
had
from the beginning.
No, she said he
She
started
could
to
have had
get.
the light skinned daddy syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got light skin and curly
look
hair. I could have a
good.
baby.
Yeah. She said he started to get abusive, but then once she got pregnant and stuff, she probably felt like it's too late to leave him. That's my father's child and all this other
Or
stuff.
he won't be
And it's her
anymore. I'll
first
change him
baby,
or
you know.
something. Yeah.
I'll change. He'll
I hate
change.
hearing these stories. I really do.
Yeah.
Why do women always think they can change men? Why?
Yeah.
Why do we
No.
do that?
I don't know.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Have you ever done it? Have you ever done it?
You know what? I've heard women that were in relationships that prayed their husbands through something.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, they didn't go in and saying, I'm going to change him, because these were women of God. So they figured, Holy Spirit, you got to touch him,
And they
and
probably
whatever.
was married.
And they were waiting on God's move. And some women had succeeded because it's the will of the man, right? His will, he opened up, and God changed. You know, he changed because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some
So
women.
when you were young, when you were young, you never did that as a teenager.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, the thing with me, Wendy, and my sister probably definitely, we're the type of woman, if you even raise your hand, you're dead.
I know that's.
You're dead.
Oh no, I've never had no man hit me. He be dead.
Yeah.
The other part, maybe
No,
you're right, like maybe something in their personality or something.
Yeah.
You might be hoping to
Right.
change.
Yeah.
But I feel like you
that's-
don't have to stay for somebody to change if they physically abusing you.
I'm hoping that
Right.
she becomes
It's like Maya Angelou said: if you see a red flag,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, get out of Dodge.
Well, this is her
When
mom. This is her mom. Keke Palmer's mother responds to, his brother is an actor. Okay, Saronis Jackson. He's famous. He's on some show. I don't know. Y'all probably know.
Okay.
And he's a famous black actor. And he said that he kind of tweeted that it was Keke's problem. Like she's crazy and out here or whatever. She
stirs it up.
Yeah.
He's probably just very feisty, you know what I mean?
Right. But anyway, so Keke Palmer's mother is responding to his tweet. He deleted the tweet after she came back. This is her mom.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a boy and you're a part of the problem.
He's disrespecting us.
Okay. So then he comes back.
Can you paraphrase it for me? Because remember, I couldn't hear it. I could just see it.
She pretty much said that his brother, what I just said, he doesn't get to come on Twitter or whatever and say that Keke is the issue or all this other stuff. And that she said that she told him, his brother, a year ago that he was his brother was beating on Keke, and his brother said he learned that from him. So she's saying that's what she's saying. Her mom. So he comes back, his brother comes back and says she's lying. He says she's lying and that the truth will come out, and he got tapes, I guess, of her threatening his family. This is so ridiculous, isn't it? So then people on the internet are saying, you darn right, he got tapes of her threatening his family. If his brother's beating on her daughter, she probably calling and cussing him out and doing everything. So my whole thing with this story is, it doesn't matter how famous you are. It don't matter how you look. You see how people can end up being in abusive relationships, just like Halle Berry was in abusive relationships, and she was beautiful. So it don't matter what you look like, how much money you got,
No,
everything. It's about your
no.
esteem and about how you feel about yourself. And so
And not
Keke
only
needs to
that,
build.
two damaged people. Both of them are damaged in
Yes.
different ways. Because, like I said, she spoke on that molestation. So when two, damaged people come together, it's bound to be an explosion.
Yep.
It's
So
going
we'll
to happen.
see.
It's like a time bomb.
So we'll see. We'll pray for Keke Palmer in this situation, and we'll also follow this story to see what happens after this, because we know he gonna say something. The
And you know what?
boyfriend.
Nothing is worse than being a friendship or a relationship where you feel like you got to walk on eggshells. Watch what you say.
Yep.
That's a very toxic, stressful situation.
Yep.
I
All
hope
right.
she becomes an advocate now
Oh.
because she's famous and people look up to her. People like her acting. They like her personality, especially when she was on that Good Morning America show with Mike Strahan and Sarah.
Yeah.
Her personality was so over, bubbling.
Yeah.
And people are probably sitting back and they're really hurting that she's hurting.
And she grew up, she grew up with us.
Aquila and the Bee.
Yeah, we watched her.
Yes.
So people was mad. They told me they gonna beat him up. And, people take Keke Palmer like that's their sister. They're like, dude, we've been watching her since she was 5 years old.
You lay a hand on her again, we coming at you.
So let's watch this.
She'll be an advocate for this and gets healing.
And hopefully he gets help.
Yes, very much. And I'm hoping that even with the lawsuit and all that's going on and the allegations, because she has it on footage, video, that his brother will also learn from this, that you guys need help in your family.
And quit, and he needs to stay out of it. Dude, you got 1 foot on a banana peel and 1 out of the business.
Okay.
You don't go up against Keke Palmer.
Thank you.
Your brother, we don't even know who you are. You on one show. And you talking bad about somebody we grew up seeing. Even if it's true, we'll say for sake of argument it's true. Mm-hmm. You can't say, that's like somebody coming out saying Cicely Tyson, and you a new actress, I can't stand Cicely Tyson, and she just, we'll be like, what?
Okay, have several seats.
Well, I don't care what Cicely Tyson is in person. You are nobody, so you need to be quiet.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to sit down and be quiet.
His brother needs to stay out of it.
I'm sure if you're watching Keke, I'm sure you have security, but if you don't, get it.
She needs to get it.
Right away.
A restraining order is nothing but a piece of paper.
I know.
That's all it is. That's absolutely right. And they'll challenge that. They don't care. They're ignorant. They're out of control.
All right, let's say hi to everybody.
Be quiet.
That's true.
Christopher C says hello.
Hi,
Emerald says, hey, ladies. Emerald saying hi to you, Wendy.
Hey,
Emerald says, breakups are hard and even worse when you don't have mental maturity. Mm-hmm. And Justice Rawl is saying hello, everybody.
Especially when the baby's involved too.
I know.
Hi.
So we'll follow this story, y'all. And if y'all hear anything, let us know. Anything new.
Okay.
All right, well, the Country Music Awards was on. And there's an artist who won for new artist. His name is, or CMA. Yeah. That's what I said, right?
No, I said CMT. I said the wrong.
Country Music Awards, and 2023 CMA. Yeah. Jelly Roll, this the heavy dude. Mm-hmm. He takes the 2023 CMA Awards stage for performance alongside R&B star K. Michelle.
Okay.
Now, first of all, just a quick thing on Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was a hip-hop artist. I don't know if a lot of y'all know him.
What did he do in hip-hop?
Back with Outkast and all of them. He's back in those days.
Okay. So he's been on two different genres.
What'd you say,
What was one of his hits? What was one of his hits?
Oh, we don't know it. I don't know.
How do you know that he was a...
I remember seeing them.
Oh.
Like how we see, I don't know, McEnroe and all them. Those white guys. It's not a lot of white guys that's in rap. So whenever you see them, I couldn't name their songs, but they they hit the charts.
Okay.
But anyway, look him up. His name's Jelly Roll. Now he's a country sensation. Mm-hmm. He won for Best New Artist, but he's been in the music industry for decades. Mm-hmm. And he was able to transfer from hip hop to country with no issues, right?
Right.
Now, K. Michelle has been trying to transfer from R&B to country music for years. She's from Memphis, so she's a Southern girl, and she sings country music. She yodels and everything.
Is that the woman with the high voice?
Yeah,
Is that the woman with the high voice?
No, not well. She could go high, like Tamar Braxton.
You thinking the one that
she
dates
sounds like a kid when she talks.
No, you thinking
when
of
she talks, she sounds like a kid.
No, you thinking of what's her name? Michelle.
You thinking of Michelle A.
Michelle A.
Oh, right.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
I showed y'all that video. Did I show them that?
What?
That video of her now, Michelle A. I showed you. When she was on stage and she was so
she was like yeah, we talked about that one day.
Yeah,
she was really like she was on some drug and she couldn't even stand.
She can't perform no more. But anyway, K Michelle wants to sing country music and they just won't let her into it. They won't let her sing it.
What is that when you say they won't let her?
You know how you try to go from, like how some people are trying to go from like Jamie Foxx, comedian to singing or something. And people say, no, just stay a comedian. We can't see you singing.
But when he goes in the studio, he can lay any track down he won't, right? What'd you say, Wendy?
Is this a black woman?
Yeah, K Michelle is black.
I'm thinking she can because I don't really know her.
But they didn't really, we know her. Younger people kind of know.
Oh, I don't know her music enough to go,
yeah.
Oh, because if she came out in country, I'll go, oh, wow, I like her.
Yeah.
Not knowing her background.
Yeah. K Michelle has been on Love and Hip Hop and she fights and everything. Oh. So she ghetto.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't really want her into country music, right? Well, this Jelly Roll guy brings her out on stage at the CMAs and they do the closing number. And they brought the house down.
Get down.
They said they got a standing ovation. When she started singing, a standing ovation. So now watch after this, they'll probably let her into country music.
He helped usher it.
He helped usher her in. So you see how sometimes you got to have people help usher you? Even though he was hip-hop, got tats all over his face, and they let him in, but they didn't want to let her in. You see?
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I had a director tell me one time, he said, you can go to an audition and you can be fantastic, and then you don't get the part. It said could be because it's a dark-skinned family and you're light-skinned or they're tall and you're short, but could just be because you look like his wife who he can't stand. Or he might owe somebody a favor. So he said it's all political. It's all political.
It could be a number of reasons.
So I wanted to play a bit of her.
As soon as you know, you got to have a connection.
I wanted to play a bit. Let's see if I can get you. This is here.
Across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means.
He can sing, a rapper. He was a rapper.
Okay.
All right, so now he didn't get the house standing when K Michelle came out. All right, let me see.
Yeah, you can sing. He brought out a black woman.
Now, K Michelle, when she sings R&B, she can blow. Okay. And I can tell this is K Michelle toned down, singing country music. And they are giving her a standing ovation.
Okay.
Now, listening to her sing this, and I know what she sounds like singing R&B, I now know the difference. I sat in my room and I figured it out. Think about Gladys Knight. Okay, when on the midnight train to Georgia, right? And you say, I'd rather live in this world than live without him in mind. That's R&B. That's soulful. Where I'm thinking country is more, I'd rather live in this world than live without him. Something like that. She would sing it different. So they didn't like her because she was too soulful. But it seemed like she had to realize she had to kind of bring it down in order for her to be able to be accepted into country music.
But here's the thing that I don't
And people arguing about this on Twitter. Because some people saying that's not her bringing down, that's still her.
But,
so what do you think?
But here's the thing. What's that white guy that sang with Stevie Wonder? That country guy that sang with Stevie Wonder. He sings soulful. But he's country.
Yeah.
So that's no reason for her to tone her.
No. I'm
bring
saying
a country little twist in
what
there.
they want. I'm saying them. I'm saying the people that's in country music.
But why they gonna put a criteria on her, but not that white guy that sang with Stevie Wonder?
All right, now you got why I'm showing this. Because why we gotta tone it down in order to sing country music?
Because what's his name?
She normally K. Michelle would do 100 riffs around that.
What's the other guy that sings?
I know who you talking about.
He was in a group and he went solo.
Yes,
Roker.
We know who you talking about. The black guy.
They didn't have to tone stuff down.
Well, he wasn't really doing
I know, but that guy that sang with Stevie Wonder, he had a very soulful country sound.
He did.
And I like
that.
So what are you saying with her? Because she's a black woman?
I think it's because, am I looking too much into this?
You might be. I don't know. She toned it down herself.
But they didn't let her. She been trying to get into it. As the old K. Michelle.
I got to hear her old stuff.
Yeah,
I wasn't 100% sold on this.
All right, here we go.
And that's just me. I'm sorry. I heard little notes going flat a little bit.
All right, here we go.
Am I wrong, Wendy?
Mama said she was great.
I don't think great.
She was singing good.
Because if I heard her soulful
put
music,
Michelle, the name Michelle in there.
Her soulful sound.
Here it is. Well, no, I just need K. Michelle. Take that off for me. Delete.
Delete what?
Or back that out. I just need her name.
Oh.
Okay. All right, here we go. What's a K. Michelle song y'all know?
I don't know K. Michelle songs. I heard of her though.
You probably heard of her on Love and Hip Hop, right?
And maybe they think that she's being.
Whoever was saying you all played, they were saying she got a good voice.
Yeah, she has a good voice. I'm just thinking her soulful sound better to me than her country sound.
I never heard her soulful.
I was trying to find a song that y'all know, but
because I don't really know her that well. So if she was to go to country singing, I would
put the word New Edition.
She probably did a lot of sales.
Okay. Well, Ma?
She probably did a lot of sales with that country song.
The Rain. You know, baby, can you stand the rain? You know, New Edition song. You know New Edition song, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not going to play it if you don't know it. Sunny
crispy,
day.
spicy, marinated.
I'm trying to think of a song he would know.
Need to switch?
Hold on. Boy, you two got to get their commercials in, don't they? Okay.
We didn't lose. What's her name?
Hey, Michelle!
I like her better in her song.
You like country. Full. It's like full. Well, free. Yeah. So what do you think?
She was smart to do both of them.
Yeah, she is gonna do both. That's what I'm saying.
That's fine, but I like her soulful sound better. I don't
Okay.
like her country voice.
Okay. Well, she's trying to get into country music.
We'll see. I got to hear her by herself, not a duet on stage. I got to hear what she brings as far as that country sound. Because right now, I'm liking her soulful sound more so
than the country sound.
To my opinion, that country song she was singing was not her full voice.
That's what I'm trying to say. She's toning it down.
So let's hear her not tone it
like
down.
You just
and
heard
hear
her
that same twang.
Like you just heard her say, no, 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 more than she does when she's on the country thing.
That white guy singing with Stevie Wonder, he didn't tone nothing down.
He didn't tone anything
He was
down.
singing hard.
Yeah.
My uncle, when he sang, my uncle sang
about her on the internet.
My uncle sang. He wanted to sing country.
About it on the internet.
My uncle wanted to sing country, and my uncle already had a country accent.
Yeah, she does too.
I don't hear that.
When she talks, she's from the South.
Oh, when my uncle sang his soulful sound, he still had a little twang in there. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, I guess it's preference, but I like to hear more of her in the country genre.
I just saying, why Darius? That's who you was thinking of.
Darius.
My thing is, but why is it that he was accepted so fast into country music, and he's coming from rap? That's all I'm saying. But she got to tone it down.
Because his rap probably wasn't as strong as her soulful sound.
They let Nelly do that over and over. Remember, to keep playing it over and over.
And Nelly is not a country singer. Nelly's just adding his little rock.
Y'all remember that song Nelly did?
Hip hop twist to it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Justice for All says, hello, everybody. We need to break those generational curses in our families. Pray for healing. Probably about Keke. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Emerald saying hi to Justice. It's soul with a little twang in it.
What's Little Nas? Is Little Nas?
Yeah, he went from country. He went the opposite. He went from that stupid country song. Now he's singing rap.
Well, everybody trying everything, I guess.
Lil Nas.
Because look at Lady Gaga. Her sound, and then she did that album with what's his name? Did her people, her fans still loved her with Tony Bennett? Was it
Tony Bennett?
So that style, she did two genres, and people still loved her in both genres. So I just want to hear more of her.
All right, well, it looks like. What'd you say, Wendy?
What'd you say?
I said she was brilliant with Tony Bennett, the King. There's no way that could fail.
Yeah, and she has a beautiful voice anyway. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Lady Gaga.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Well, I wish what is it, Michelle K?
But I think there's got to be. I'm sure in the Lord there's samples of her singing other country music on YouTube. If you look for it, you'll find it.
So we'll probably start. You gonna see it now because she made a standing ovation, and I'm laughing because, like you said, I've heard K. Michelle sing way more better. For them to give her a standing ovation, that means she should take country music by storm. That's how I feel. So we should see K. Michelle in country.
So maybe they were treating her like this is probably too bold of an example. Whitney Houston trying to go country.
No, that was the same. Not country, but when Whitney Houston tried to go soul.
No, remember? I'm saying I'm trying to think what's in their head, not embracing her in the genre of music.
No, remember you did a good example when Whitney Houston tried to go soul. And people was like, you too whitewashed, you too pop. Mm-hmm. And she said, no, I can sing gospel and soul. Mm-hmm. And she had to fight for that. Yeah. So people don't let you change genres or change if you're an athlete and then you start singing.
They don't let you change, period.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not embracing the change. They're so stuck in you and being in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see, y'all. Let's follow that. We'll see if K. Michelle.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, that's Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Young Thug.
He back in jail.
He been in jail.
He back. I thought he was out.
No, he on a RICO charge.
Oh, right.
Who's in jail?
Young Thug. He's a rapper.
I don't know him.
So Young Thug, Fannie, the one that's doing the RICO charge against Trump, the DA. Mm-hmm. She has a RICO charge against YSL, which is Young Thug's allegedly gang. I guess now they figure that it's a gang. Mm-hmm. since everybody didn't turncoat and left, and he the last one there as the gang leader. Well, they've been going back and forth with, and I know you've heard this with other artists. Should an artist's lyrics be brought into court against them? They kept going back and forth with that.
Before.
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
We did.
Well, there's a ruling on it. Young Thug's YSL trial update. The judge rules that lyrics can be used in a RICO case.
Oh.
A Fulton County judge has made a major ruling about evidence in the case against Young Thug and several other defendants charged with violating Georgia's RICO Act and accused of participating in criminal street gang responsible for violent crimes. On Thursday morning, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Glanville ruled that Atlanta rapper's lyrics could be used during the Young Thug racketeering trial. He says, I'm going to conditionally admit the lyrics. Several of the lyrics are too explicit for TV or online, but here are some that can be included. I blanked, whatever the word, with the gun at his mommy. Now he no longer mentions me. That's one of the one of the lines. Another line says, "Hey, how you doing? I yak Gotti. I got bodies on bodies." These are party admissions that happen to come in the form of lyrics, said the district attorney Michael Carlson, as he argued why they should be included in Wednesday.
He probably wrote them, right?
What is he accused?
He wrote.
What is he accused of? I don't know. What is
gang
he accused
and racketeering?
Of?
Gang and racketeering.
I don't think it's fair.
If you let this in, nobody should ever. If you let this in, nobody should ever say anything to anyone else, said Brian Steele, who represents Young Thug. In other words, he's saying, if you allow this, every artist from going forward is not going to say anything that they feel would be incriminating or that you can use against them in court.
It's still clearly racism. If Clint Eastwood goes to trial, they're not going to get him before the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's clearly racism, and I think it's wrong. That's my opinion.
Well,
wrong.
Find I see what you're saying. That's acting. Find a songwriter, a white songwriter or Latino songwriter. I
don't care whether it's acting or music because art is art.
Well, in my opinion, Wendy, acting, I don't think they can because acting is a part. You're playing a part. But when you write a song, your songs, like even John Legend said on The View, those songs are experience. Those are experience. Not all of them. You're right.
I saw a videotape, which I was going to talk about, and it was the OJs. And one of the OJs said they hate these young kids. They don't study the song. They are artists. They don't learn the script. What they do is they go in the studio, they do one line that day, they come out, they do the second line that day. You're supposed to study a song like a script. This is what he said. You're supposed to know that character. You're supposed to know that song. So it depends on how deep the art is. A singer is one thing. An actor is one thing. But an artist is something else.
Right.
And so I don't believe they would scrutinize Clint Eastwood the way they're doing this boy. And I personally think it is completely wrong. That's just my opinion. Right. And we're all entitled to our own opinion. You are too. Yeah. But that's my opinion. I have strong opinions about it. I think it's clear racism.
Okay. They kind of hinted on that though with regards to the racism thing. Didn't they hint on that with Eminem?
Let me say
Eminem's music was talking about his problems with his mom.
They consider Eminem a wigger.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
So what do you think? So what I think.
He doesn't get the respect as a white man that other white men get because he's in a black genre and he has black attributes in terms of culture.
Okay. So
this is my opinion.
So this is my opinion. I lean on both sides, and let me tell you why. I feel like everything that a person does as an artist, I agree with you, Wendy, it doesn't mean I necessarily experienced it. I could be singing about what's going on in my neighborhood, or I could just be telling you what's going on in the world. It doesn't mean that I'm the person that's actually doing it.
That's true.
Now, with that being said,
like Ice Cube, he's not a criminal.
Exactly. But the NWA was telling you what was going on in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Okay.
Ice-T was.
Yes. And just like country music. Country music, the man talks about, I shot my dog. Yeah. I didn't shot my dog and buried him in the backyard.
And my neighbor too.
And my neighbor came over and I shot him too. It don't mean he did it. Right. He's talking about people who probably done that. And all of that. So this is what I'm saying.
It's a story. It's a story.
But on the other side, if I talk about shooting my neighbor and burying him in the backyard, and you arrest me, and my neighbor is buried in the backyard, that is being used against you.
Thank you.
If the points are exactly the same, I agree with you. If the points are word for word, she walked left, he went on the right, he sucked the knife in, and you did exactly the same thing, that's different.
I agree.
But if you got a story that is so far off,
exactly,
that's why they.
And the good, the bad, and the ugly. Come on.
Yeah, and that's why. And then too, Wendy,
racism is always present. Racism is always present where there's money involved.
But to be fair, though, to be fair, they investigated. So think about it. This is a black woman coming at him. So to be fair, they probably investigated that song and said, "Oh my God." His lyrics are actually saying what he actually did.
Tell you what happened.
Let's see if we can use it in court.
Every brother ain't her being black to me is irrelevant because every brother ain't a brother and every sister ain't a sister.
Right. Well, this is my thing.
Every skin folk, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Right.
Period.
Here's my thing. The particular lyrics, and I'm sure that there's rappers, these people gonna be arguing about this, whatever, that they're using against Young Thug were actual things that he did or he's being accused of doing. I read the one where he said, I shot at your mammy. He actually shot at somebody's mother.
Well, I did not know that. If I knew that, my opinion would be quite different. Right. If there's anything that's exactly like the song, then that's different.
That's why they're using it. That's exactly why they're using it.
But there are...
If he's talking about killing a Martian on the moon, if he's talking about killing a Martian on the moon, that has nothing to do with this whatsoever. Now, if he did something similar, word for word, action for action, then it should be looked into. I agree with that. So I'm kind of in the same place you're in, Kim.
Yes,
I'm
going to say something.
We all agree.
But my thing is, there are people who, even though we're saying that, they still say, even if it's the truth, you should not be able to use people's art against them in the court of law. So that's where the debate is.
Yeah, you know what? I think it falls in the same category as the internet. The law hasn't caught up with
you.
Thank you.
So you know what I'm saying?
You're right, Wendy. Because you're going in social media world, and then I watch a lot of Law and Order and those shows, Blue Blood. Right. They do use that person's whatever it is. Yeah. It's their art. They can use their drawing on the wall.
Like I talked about, I've had directors tell me, be careful what you put on Facebook. Because when they're looking for somebody, if they have 3 people and they like all 3 of the actresses equally as well, they're going to pick the one with less drama.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. I agree.
That's true.
Justice for All says if they can tie the lyrics to specific crimes against his rivals, then it's basically a confession.
It's a confession.
So we all kind of saying the same thing. But I'm just letting you know the argument is out there that people feel like even if it ties them to a specific crime, you should not be able to use people's art against them in the court of law.
But going back what Wendy said earlier, let's watch this, because if it's always on people of color.
True.
I see what you're saying. If a white guy writes a country music song and he said, I shot my neighbor and I killed my dog and my grandmother, and he really did, and you're going to use his lyrics too.
Exactly.
And I have heard white guys, white bands. I know you have heard white guys do cover of Bob Marley's song "I Shot the Sheriff."
Oh yeah,
Many white bands have done covers on that,
right,
and they didn't go to jail.
right.
You know
And
what I'm
Bob
saying?
Marley
And
shouldn't.
not only that, just like they investigated, when you're black, just like when I came on here, I didn't know, and Kim shared a few facts with me, you're always suspicious at first. Because 90% of the time, it is because you are black.
Yeah.
Period.
But I agree.
It doesn't,
I'm glad you brought up Bob Marley. I don't think, if let's say Bob Marley shot anybody, somebody else, and he was on trial, I don't think you should bring that song in, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the Jeopardy.
No.
But if he shot a sheriff, then that song has to come into play.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or even if he shot a deputy, you got to be suspicious. Did he shoot the sheriff too?
Yeah, thank you.
You know
Or try to. But don't just be bringing his song in because he shot somebody else. That's where I disagree.
No.
You can't use anybody's lyrics because they said something and it has nothing to do with that case.
90% of the time, if you live in America, racism is always a possibility. Now, maybe this is me, but I've noticed if I'm walking down the street, here's me and a white person. They expect me to move. No, I don't move. Either you're going to move or we're going to stand here. But they expect you to be the one to get out the way. That sense of entitlement. So we live in a whole nother world, a whole other atmosphere.
If you got a dumb white person, some white people not dumb.
Yes. Let me clarify that. Not all white people.
Exactly.
But sometimes people did not know, because I have some, as they say about us, some of my best friends are white.
Exactly.
And they are. But,
so you got to clarify. Some white people don't like being put in that.
Hey, my best friend is white.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Some white people get mad.
My white friend said, you know, they suffer too. I said, how you suffer? She said, because you give us a complex thinking that every time you look at us, you're thinking we were slave masters.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. And they say they don't understand why we always say it happened to us when we were sick, because it was our ancestors.
Right.
And we had to carry what they weren't able to accomplish. And we know the story. So it happened to us.
But you know what? It's so sad because it's not an excuse to be an angry Black person.
Oh yeah.
So white people are afraid to even say hi to you because you may cuss them out.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I get it. Yeah. Like my mom said, it's some mean black people.
mean Black people that you got to go.
You got that right.
Yeah, with a chip on their shoulder.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, ain't nobody even did nothing to you. You act like you grew up in the South and had to sit on the back of the bus.
How did they get mean? Why are they mean? Because they've been called black.
No, some of them just mean, Wendy. They ain't been called nothing.
Listen. I'm serious. They've been called black all their life, and little by little, they get meaner and meaner with every time it happens. I really believe that. You know, shadeism is real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's even real in our own race. That's what it is.
Yeah. But some of these people mad because they haven't even left the hood. They've been discriminated against themselves from Black people. It didn't even come from white people. It came from Black people.
It could be a wall too to defend.
When you are Black oppression causes crime. Mm-hmm. It causes anger. It causes mental illness. Yeah. When you deprive us of everything, we can never get nowhere, and we only making $7.25 an hour. Right. Don't get me started.
That's right. You're right.
No.
You're right.
No, it makes you angry, and anger breeds contempt.
Yep.
And so, you know, it's like a vicious cycle.
I agree. So we got to break that cycle.
Then you start smoking the marijuana, which is okay. But then you start from eating cocaine and smoking liquor because you're trying to self-medicate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, one of the things
that
Kim has taught me with her humor, if I'm in a situation where the Black person that I'm trying to work with as far as customer related or service, attitude, angry, bitter, mean, treat me like disrespectful, humor breaks that ice.
Yeah.
And I noticed that with a lot of people because I'll say, girl, I'll say something and make them laugh. And then that breaks the ice, and now they're treating me like,
Yeah,
I like her. I like her. Girl, let me show you around. What you need help with? So I love the humor does kind of break that to let them know they were, come on, girl, I got your back.
Well, I'll tell you what
I got a girlfriend that's just a comedian, and when her husband passed away, she called me over to her, and she opened up her phone and said, I want to show you something. Look at this. Mm-hmm. Don't he look like he's dead? And it was her husband. Oh. She thought that was funny. She showed me a picture of her dead husband. So don't he look like he's dead? Well, he had been dead a while. And so I'm looking at this corpse going, what? She said,
maybe he did look dead. He wasn't asleep, looking dead.
He was dead.
Oh, Lord.
But I'm just saying,
you got my mom laughing.
Comedians will push you to the very edge. Yeah, well, it's funny.
If that makes her get through it, then
I guess let her laugh at the dead man.
Yeah, but I'm saying at the core, a comedian will take a chance.
Yeah,
right, Kim?
Yep, we'll make everything funny.
They'll push it right to the edge.
Yep, we'll make everything funny.
But it's like gambling. 90% of the time it is funny, but they're always gambling when they say it because they don't know people are going to receive it or think it's terrible. But you got to gamble when you're a comedian. You got to take a chance and tell that joke and see what they do.
Yeah. MC says, y'all sound like The View with y'all cross-talking. I know, I'm trying to not do it. I'm trying to not do it.
But you know what? It's passion. You want the show to be exciting. I feel like even though I'm just a guest on Friday, I take it very seriously because I know you want a good show. Mm-hmm. So I try to be more intense than I really am because I want it to be a good show. So, sometimes we're going to talk to each other, but if we notice we're talking to each other, we'll stop.
We'll slow it down. I get what they're saying, but we ain't doing it now.
Wendy, or what did you say, Kim? Huh?
I get what they're saying. We didn't do it the whole show, though. Right. We just overtalk sometimes and then we're quiet.
If you realize you're talking over me, or I realize I'm talking over you, if you notice, either Kim will stop and say, what did you say, Wendy? Or we'll stop and let the other person finish. If I hear you talking, I'll stop. I'll just say, let me stop. She's talking.
Okay.
But sometimes you get so fired up. You get so fired up in the conversation. It's the passion of a good show, period.
And it's hard, too, when you're on a video. I know it was really hard for shows to do when they were all in virtual world.
Yeah.
But even when they're all at the table, they still talk.
The View do it at the table.
I know. That's what a bell is for. They're supposed to hit that bell and say, quiet, ladies.
When you're doing a show, just because this isn't on ABC or CBS or NBC, it doesn't mean you want the audience to have some excitement and pleasure. Mm-hmm. You want to see Kim disagree with Wendy. You want to see Wendy disagree with Nora. You want to see them agree. You want to see different levels. It's got to be levels or it's boring.
Right.
Okay, then Kim is a comedian. I'm an actress. I don't know much about Nora, but I know she sings. So, don't
say you do it.
Y'all hear her dogging me out.
We're not afraid of the public.
Kim's a comedian. I'm an actress.
Not afraid of the public. We're not afraid of the public. We're not afraid of the public.
You gave her a funny to deal. She's going to be saying that for the rest of the month. Kim's a comedian. I'm an actress. I don't know what you are.
Lenore will snap out in a song a minute. She's used to a public stage.
See, Wendy just said that. Singing, Ma.
She's singing.
All right, let's move on. FBI seizes electronic devices of the New York City Mayor, Eric Adams. This news just broke.
What do you mean just broke?
Just before we came on.
Oh my, what happened?
The FBI seized electronic devices of New York City Mayor Eric Adams as part of a federal investigation that previously brought the FBI to the home of his top fundraiser. A source familiar with the matter told ABC News. The FBI declined to make a comment, but the mayor's office confirmed that the seizure took place on Monday. The mayor has denied any wrongdoing. He says, as a former member of law enforcement, I expect all members of my staff to follow the law and fully cooperate with any sort of investigation. And I will continue to do exactly that. I have nothing to hide. Famous last words. Liar. Famous last words. When the FBI come for you, it's over. Federal prosecutors with the Southern District of New York declined to comment. The FBI previously searched the home of Adams' main fundraiser. The investigation seeks to determine whether the mayor's campaign received illegal foreign donations from Turkey with Brooklyn Construction Company.
Is Brooklyn Construction Company in Turkey?
No, here. They received it through, I guess, Brooklyn Construction Company.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So allegations, they're going to do an investigation. That's why they don't comment. I don't like when the media always wants to comment. Can you let them investigate first? Before you go, any comments? No comments from the FBI because he's investigating.
What? If it's fundraising, like how can they tell how much it was?
No, they'll go back and look.
You took some of it, the fundraising.
Investigators will do that. They will go and see their money trail. They'll find out. That's how they're doing with Trump.
Well, listen
money
to this.
Trails.
In the spirit of transparency and cooperation, this behavior was immediately proactively reported to investigators. The mayor has been and remains committed, this is him saying, to cooperating in this matter. On Monday night, the FBI approached the mayor after an event. That's sad when they come up to you and touch you on your shoulder. The mayor immediately complied with the FBI's request and provided them with electronic devices. The mayor has not been accused of any wrongdoing and continues to cooperate with the investigation, Johnson said in a statement.
He has no choice but to what is it?
This is how you know he's on trouble.
What's the word I'm thinking?
Cooperate. This is how you know they after him.
Why?
Investigators came to Adams' event Monday and they asked for his personal iPad and phone. That's like somebody coming up to you and saying, I need your phone. Turn it over right now.
Wow, if you got nothing to hide, give it to him anyway.
What if he got porn or something on there?
If that leaks out, then that's on them. That's not what they're investigating for.
If he got any cuckoo Keke stuff in there,
it don't matter. They're looking for this money trail from Turkey, showing that what's wrong with Turkey? Is that a country we're not in?
We getting World War. Let's see.
What's going on?
World War III. We'll see. Okay. Turkey would be one of the ones that would be going against us.
Oh, okay.
So that would make sense for them to crack down on any money that's coming from Turkey.
I think he should have learned from the Detroit mayor when you using your phones for stuff.
That's how they.
No, you talking about the Baltimore one.
Oh, it's a Winnie.
That's years ago. What's that Baltimore mayor that was on crack?
Detroit was a crackhead too.
No, Detroit was having an affair.
Not only did he smoke crack, but then he came back and won again.
Yes, he sure did. Mayor, what was his name? It was in DC.
I can't remember.
Maryland. Gosh.
MC says.
But the black mayor in Detroit was having an affair using his phone, texting each other.
MC said, no, I'm really loving it. When he said we was cross-talking.
Hey, babe, meet me in downstairs at the elevator.
He loves what?
MC says he's loving even though we cross and talking over each other, we trying to work on that.
Yeah,
he said he still loves what we're saying.
Every now and then we cross talk.
Right, because like I said, if you were a production manager, you would be so happy that was going on. Trust me. You would be happy.
Yeah.
You need some excitement, or it's just a regular old show.
And I even say it in the description. I say we talk over each other. Yeah.
And it's okay. It's a talk show.
Yeah. And like you're saying, it's the view. It's we're agreeing to disagree sometimes.
And it only happens on Fridays.
Yeah, and we have different views.
Friday's a different show with different views.
That's true.
All right, so we're running out of time, so I'm gonna go right. So I'm gonna skip over. We have those can be drive-bys. Or I'll do them Monday. Anyway. Or I'll do them Monday.
She can't see any videos.
Oh, that's true.
I have some trivia.
Okay, hold on, Wendy. I'm gonna do my last one thing.
Okay.
I thought of you because you want a Datsun.
Yeah.
Look at this. I always think of funny. Well, let's just watch it real quick.
Wendy, you can't see
we always think of funny or something that's
TikTok
whatever
or something
yeah,
she throws.
Instagram.
Okay.
This is a guy, Dachshunds. This is a Dachshund page. Dachshunds are loyal to the end. Look at this old man walking his dog. Blow it, look. Oh, maybe that's okay.
It's blurred.
Look at this.
You know what? Oh
I
my
had a
God.
Dachshund once.
Look at this.
Oh
I
my
had a
God.
Dachshund once. They are so sweet.
Look at this.
You did?
Look at this.
Oh my God. This man trying to walk his dog. He can't even walk himself. Oh.
He needs to give it up.
That is very touching.
Look at this dog. Look at the dog.
He's trying to help him. He loves him. He's man's best friend, you know. He's man's best friend.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, poor thing.
And the Dachshund is fat because he ain't walking.
Oh. We have a neighbor. She's on a walker. She goes out of the garage, and her dog only can go to the edge.
That's
I feel
it.
so sorry for him.
She moved like this.
Oh.
All right.
How to summon a puppy.
Dachshund.
Wait for it. How to summon a
You
puppy.
can't see him. You gotta go up. I got it.
Wait for it.
Wow.
How to summon a puppy.
Now this is laughing. This is a Dachshund page. You want a Dachshund?
I do. Short hair. My cousin
Listen,
has a long hair.
Lenore, I had a Dachshunds and Bagels the same, Beagles the same.
No, they different.
They're the wiener
I had
dogs.
a Beagle.
The Dachshund has the long body and the little short legs.
And then this is another dog. She says, my dog needs to go on a diet. So I pretend to cut her food and she flips out. Now you can blow that up. Okay.
They're like having children.
Look at that. Don't give her that food.
Oh.
She should buy her for that. When did that ever done that?
To Sherlock. Look at this. She looked at it.
She looked like,
what?
Like, what is that?
oh my God.
And last but not least, hold on, Wendy, then we'll get to your story.
Donkey of the day.
Lenora always wants to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is. This man, oh, Ma, you need to hear this. This man allegedly went to the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it's not allegedly, he did.
He did, okay.
And you know how they have the electric shopping cart that we sit in?
Yes.
And you drive around the store and you can get your stuff.
Exactly.
Well, he decided to take it home. So they calling him while he's going out the store. Sir, he's going through the parking lot.
Yes.
Sir. So they call the police. He's going down the sidewalk on the way home. The thing only goes about 2 miles an hour. The police laughing. Sir, you honestly thought you was going to make it.
I always wonder if they do that. Some people can take
He was
it
trying to
home.
steal it.
Yes. He'll use it when he'll bring it back when he's coming back to the Piggly Wiggly. He'll bring it back then. I know. If he run out of battery, he had to get home quick and plug it
The
in.
suspect was found driving the cart when he was arrested. Herman McMillan, 66, is charged with second-degree theft of property, and the cart was returned back to the store. So Charlemagne gives him donkey of the day. How did he think he was gonna run? And while they was trying to pull him over, he kept going like he was trying to race him in that thing. That
thing only go 2 miles.
It was so bad the police was laughing.
Oh my God.
They was like, really? The one that got out and was walking. They didn't even have to drive next to him. They got out and, sir, please stop so we can arrest you. I thought about it. Those things are expensive.
They are.
Because we got mama that scooter. He probably can't afford a scooter. So he was going to use that as his scooter.
Because I'm thinking if he was go home and plug it back in and come back to the Piggly Wiggly. But then that's another day or two. So
someone should buy him a scooter.
Oh, poor man.
All right. So that's it for him.
That's truly a donkey.
That's the donkey of the day.
Okay.
All right, Wendy, what you got?
I just have little trivia stuff. Like say Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight has traveled all around the world, as you probably would assume. She liked so many places that she went to.
Keep going.
Is a different country.
Okay.
Or Barbara Streisand. She didn't want to move. She liked the property she was on. So she has 2 totally different houses on the same property. Also, when I interrupted Lenore about that acting and singer thing, I really did hear that Walter, not Eddie, but Walter, the other singer, he said he can't stand these young singers. He said, we used to get a song, we work on that thing for 6 months. We would learn the character, we would learn the notes. We would know what happened to this person. Did they get married? Did they get divorced? We took time. He said, these new singers, this is how they do it. He said, I'm telling you, they come in, they work on one line of song all day. Then they go home, then they come back, they do the second line of song. So he said the industry is totally different. And of course, he's what? Old school.
Exactly, which is good.
I also wanted to know, do you know who wrote the song for Beyonce, Irreversible? What is it, Pam?
Irreplaceable, or something like that. Is that, what's his name with the big head?
Neo.
Yes.
Correct.
She said big head. Yeah. That's Neo.
Yeah, he's written a lot of songs.
But you know what, Wendy? Since you on this song thing, I was telling my mom yesterday, I showed her a video this guy put on YouTube. There's at least 6 or 7 songs that Dionne Warwick originally sang. I know Burt Bacharach probably wrote a lot of them that people did remakes over, and we know them from it. And not Dionne. One is we know a chair is still a chair. Luther.
Yeah.
A house is not a home. There's another one.
Walk on by.
Walk on by. And Aretha Franklin did one. Oh God, I can't think of it.
Let me see.
Respect.
No, it wasn't Respect. It was something else.
And done by Otis Redding first, and she did Respect second.
Usher did one.
Yeah. By the way, just in case you're not
what happened to her volume?
We can't hear you, Wendy.
The best
your volume.
So
we can't hear you.
Where it's coming from?
Turn your volume up.
I had was.
I can't hear.
Do you know who wrote the Temptations' first song?
I can't hear you.
No.
Go ahead.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
First song.
We didn't hear nothing you said.
I said, do you know who wrote the Temptations' first song?
Oh, no. Who?
You hear that? Smokey Robinson.
Oh.
And also,
well, that's not
you
surprising.
Know what black singer was in love with Tom Jones to the day she died?
Ooh.
Aretha?
No, who?
Mary Wilson. They had a very long love affair. One night, she was there with Mary Wilson, who he had been seeing for years. And he said, everybody knows I want to see you. You're the pretty one, he said. So one night, Mary was over there. They've been seeing each other for years. She would come to his shows because his wife was a homebody. But one night she had got the word from a friend that he was having this affair. So she came to the hotel. She talked to his bodyguard first. He said, man, you better get Mary out the room. She'll be up there in like 10 minutes. I'm trying to hold her up. Well, Mary was a good cook. She had made macaroni and cheese, baked macaroni, all this stuff, all chicken and all this. He had to get her out. They gathered all her things. They got her out. And then when his wife came in, you know how women are, she said, what is that smell? He said, nothing, a chicken. Bob took a cooking class. He cooked it. Ooh. But they had a long time love affair and they remained friends to the day she died.
You know, he
she
think he was
Tom
black.
To marry her.
You know, he thought he was black.
Yeah. He was black. If you look at his stuff, he was very soulful. And by the way, don't you wonder why when him and Adele sing, they don't sound English at all?
No, they don't. I love Adele.
No, they don't. And so, one last fact. You all know who Bojangles was, right?
Uh-huh.
One of the greatest tap dancers that ever used to dance with Shirley Temple. Yep. Back in those days, and I think it was 1830 something, he made $3,000 a week. Wow. When he died, over 1 million.
Oh, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Wendy.
That's because my phone is ringing.
Do your volume thing. There you. What is going on with your volume?
When my phone is ringing, you don't hear.
Oh, okay. Now you said he made $3,000 a week.
Back then.
Yeah.
Bojangles. That's a lot.
Yeah, and when he died, over 1 million people were at his funeral.
Wow.
So I hope you guys like my trivia. I'm going to try to find good facts every week just to tell you a few things. And it's not me. It's coming out of this book. So I'm not making it up. But
no, anyway, I love that.
I like it. You like that?
A lot of his music.
So anyway,
what Anita Baker? What Anita Baker song was originally done by Dionne Warwick?
That's a good question. Where was it?
No one in the world can hold you. No one in the world can
hold you. Dionne Warwick.
No one in the world can love you like
because I'm not
baby.
It's probably because I'm not an Anita Baker fan.
Yeah.
I'm part of Babyface. I'm part of the Babyface camp. But I think she sings very well. But
Aretha Franklin, you was asked Aretha Franklin. I say a little prayer.
I say a little prayer for you.
And walk on by.
She wrote that song for Dennis Edwards when she was going with Dennis Edwards. I know that for a fact because I knew him personally.
Wow, okay.
But she wrote that song for Dennis Edwards. She wrote that song for Dennis Edwards when they were dating.
Dionne Warwick?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she wrote that. Okay.
No, Aretha Franklin wrote that song for the lead singer of the Temptations, Dennis Edwards, when they were dating. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of daydreaming.
Oh, that's the other song.
Oh, that other song. Yeah. Okay,
that's different. Not the one that.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
So that's good. I always like trivia. Trivia is good. Oh, that man could dance. Mr. Bojangles.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that man could dance.
He was one of the greatest tap dancers that ever lived, and he loved Shirley Temple to death because he didn't have no kids. And on her birthday, back then, he bought her an electric car. Back then.
Wow.
He loved her to death, and they said he had 37 pictures of Shirley Temple in his house.
That's a little
he loved
creepy,
her.
But you know what?
No, he loved her.
I know.
No, because they were with his awards, and he loved her.
I know.
He loved her like a daughter.
Okay,
you know.
Yeah, well, she never seen it. Here's the thing. Shirley Temple's cool. Everything we've heard about Shirley Temple growing up, she's always been not. You know how some people be crazy and you hear crazy stories. Mm-hmm. You've never heard anything negative about Shirley Temple.
She got into politics, but she went through the same thing Judy Garland went through.
Yeah,
when they told her she was fat.
Yeah,
and when they wanted her to cry, they killed her dog.
Yeah.
To make her cry.
Ooh, they didn't have to go.
Shirley Temple. You know who Shirley Temple is now? Ice Spice. Ice Spice is Shirley Temple.
Why would you say that?
The little curly hair. I'm the good ship. Lollipop. They made her wear that curly hair as an older person.
Yeah, when she got about 14, they just couldn't play it no more. It was played out.
Yes.
So her career went downhill. And Judy Garland turned into a alcoholic and a pill popper because they would give her pills to go to sleep, to get up. They told her she was fat. They were horrible.
Yeah.
They were all chauvinists, all of them.
Still are.
That's old school
you
thinking.
better know. Weinstein tells you that, and Bill
Thank
Cosby.
you. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Come on.
But we changing it a little bit.
Lenore, look at it this way. Suppose in a courtroom, Bill Cosby could have went to court and argued his case and said, "I'm a good person. Look at the show."
I still look at his. Yeah, I still look at his show.
But you get my point. You get my point. It doesn't have to be bad things. They could use his video and say, "Oh, he's not a bad person. Look at this video." So that goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But I hope you enjoyed the trivia. And thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Lenore, for inviting me into your show. And I enjoy being here. And we're going to argue sometimes.
Yeah, you're not supposed to agree.
I mean, there's times we don't agree and we just give our point.
Yeah, you give your opinion.
It's like our version of the feud.
It's called drama. And even though we're not on the major networks, we still want to deliver a good show.
That's right. All right, Lenore, you want to? Oh, Wendy, you could close us out.
So that was and that was
close us out in prayer.
Before you do that, before you do the like, subscribe thing.
All right. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come before you, your throne of grace once again, oh Lord. Lord God, it's been a trying week for me. One of my best friends I had when I was 16 passed away. Why am I telling this story in a prayer? Well, he was 73. Because I looked at his funeral. In his funeral, he had helped so many people. There was nobody there. He hadn't fixed their car, painted their house, went fishing with them. It is so important how you carry yourself. And why do I say that now? Because, Lord, we want to demonstrate that in this show. We want to show love. We want to show fairness. We want to make people laugh. We want to make people think. And God, help these young women. I only come on here on Friday, Lord, but help them throughout the week. Every time they come on, give them new and fresh ideas, God. And remember the grieving family, grieving over their father. I pray that you would heal their broken hearts in the name of Jesus. And we all know the drama is still going on in Israel. There's so many things happening. There's people in here right now that have things going on. Some of it is really serious. I pray, God, that you would answer their prayers. In Jesus' name and for his sake, I pray. And God, if I sound a little tongue-tied sometimes, help me, Lord, because I got a new part, so sometimes I sound like I got something in my mouth. It's not the way I talk. I'm trying to learn how to use it.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you for this platform, Lord.
Yes.
I thank you so much. Thank you for all the healing that went place. Thank you for all the healing that's going to go place, God. And we thank you for your precious word, which guides us through the day, through the night, whenever we need it. Let us continue to carry it in our hearts. In Jesus' name and for his sake we pray.
Amen.
And
all right, now.
That was another Woods Report.
All right.
So like, share, comment, and subscribe. And always believe.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Wendy.
Have a blessed weekend.
Have a blessed day.
Safe weekend.
You too. Love you, Mom.
She said love
you. Love her.
Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself.
What'd you say, Wendy?
Keep praying.
Okay.
Keep thinking.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
And keep believing.